What's cracking, fam? T-Money down in the dungeon Tuesday night, bringing you guys another collection update. I want to apologize. I haven't been as frequent lately on my YouTube channel doing videos and whatnot. I've just been really busy. We are actually in the process of getting, October 28th, we're getting tile put in on the basement floor down here. And so I've been nonstop moving my movies into a storage unit, like rack after rack after rack after rack, hundreds of racks into a storage unit. So that's what I've been doing in my spare time. I've just been moving shit out of here because there is a lot of stuff in this basement, a lifetime worth of stuff. And everything has to go into the storage unit except for furniture. So we're talking TVs, coffee tables, book stands, chests, candles, dehumidifiers, just a lifetime worth of stuff. So it's not going to be fun, and luckily I've been kind of doing it day by day rather than just getting bombarded with moving everything at once, because Lord knows movies take up most of the space down here. And I'll tell you, it has been really, really nice getting all of my movies out of my sight, clearing them out. At first I thought I was going to have an issue. I don't want to let my movies go out of my sight. That sort of dumb shit. And now that everything's like gone and there's space and I can actually move around corners and walk without tripping over things, I tell you, it is beautiful. It is very nice. So, yeah, I guess going forward, once we get the tile in, hopefully I'm going to have some space freed up in the back room there, and I'm going to turn it into my media room temporarily. And I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to build shelving or if I'm just going to leave them in the racks, because obviously my plan isn't to stay here living in this basement forever. And also the racks have been really, really convenient for this move, because like the few movies I've had to pull off the shelf and put into boxes have just been way more of a pain in the ass. And just carrying all the racks out in my car. My little Saab 9.3, I can pack like 16 42 holder Blu-ray racks in my whip, and I just go back and forth to the storage unit. So I mean, it's not the most convenient, but shit, I'll take that any day over pulling movies out of a shelf and putting them in boxes, because I can literally just put them in there. My storage unit is just like a rack den. So I'll take a picture of it when I'm done. It'll be interesting to see all my movies in one space, because they've always been all over the place. And I'll just get a better visual idea of how many I have, because I have a lot, as you guys probably know. So that's what's going on here. October 28th through the 30th, tile will be put in, and then hopefully, maybe, fingers crossed, I'll have a designated area where I can keep all of my movies for now. It's not going to be like the beautiful A through Z fucking shelf racks like most awesome collectors have. It's still going to be like a jungle of racks probably, but just to have them all in one place and not like protruding out of my room and onto the floor and just having to move through little crevasses to avoid movies, it'll be really nice. So stay tuned for that. All right, let's get into this update. Some cool stuff here. Let's jump right in. So first up, Pizzal, shout out to Pizzal. He had posted, every once in a while he'll post like Amazon deal of the day stuff on his Facebook page or whatever. So Lord knows I do not need another copy of this movie, but it was like $8. So I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, who doesn't? So Steelbook, good deal on that. This one I'm not sure if I showed off in my last haul, so if I apologize if I did, but Terror for Tom had showed this off. Blood Scarab. Apparently some cool practical mummy effects and some hot blondes on the cover as well, so that's cool. Maybe some necromancy, not that that's really my thing, but yeah, I'm down. I'm game for some rotted corpses and some sexy blondes, so that's cool. And then I got this movie from Dread Central, Harpoon, sort of I guess underwater horror movie, or I don't know if it's a boat horror movie or if it's a water themed horror movie. But I saw like a little J card for it advertised in another Dread Central release that I got a while back. So when I saw that this was being released, I think it's boat horror, I wanted to grab it. I like supporting Dread Central too, indie stuff. It says this is one bloody boat ride you don't want to miss. So that's awesome. That's Harpoon. And then we have shout out to my man James and everybody who took part in 2019 Secret Satan. It's basically, if you guys don't know what it is, it's a group of friends, primarily from 22 Shots Moods and Horror Podcast. We've done this a few times before in the past. Kind of an annual thing where we do a Secret Satan around Halloween time, where, you know, it's like Secret Santa, but Secret Satan. We buy each other, we gift each other cool stuff. Usually, like, people will share their Amazon wish lists, and then, you know, it's nice to grab somebody maybe one or two items off that list. $20 minimum usually. But anyways, so I got a really cool dude, and actually his movies are coming tomorrow, and I'm a dummy. I should have just sent them directly to him like this person did to me, but instead they're coming to me, and then I'll mail them out to him. So talk more about that when I can spoil it. But my man James went out of his way to... He's actually kind of like the host of this whole thing, I think, and coincidentally... he had me for... So, he's not my Secret Satan, but I was his Secret Satan. So, he got me this. This is one of the things that I ordered, and he says he has one other thing coming for me, too. That's really cool. I would have loved to have saved them for the same video, but I had to share this because it's exciting. Finally got Gremlins on 4K, and I didn't have to go out and buy it myself. 35th Anniversary Edition. Really, really nice. Comes with a UV code as well. So thank you very much, dude, for getting me this. I definitely wanted it. Check that one off the list. Super cool. Then I grabbed Crawl, which is... Everybody's been talking about it. I love some good gator horror. So I like the director of this movie as well. Alexandre Aja. High Tension. Hills Have Eyes remake. I like him. I like pretty much everything he's done. So, yeah. And I love Killer Croc movies. And I've heard this is good. So that's Crawl. Stoked on that one. Really stoked on this one, The Haunting of Hill House, because everybody who saw this when it was out, I guess on Netflix a while back, raved about it, and I just didn't have... I don't have Netflix. I have... my brother does, so I guess I could technically access it, but I have Amazon Prime that I use primarily, so... Netflix original, The Haunting of Hill House. Heard great things. Really excited to check that one out. Then I grabbed 3 from Hell. I've heard mixed things. I don't know. I love Devil's Rejects. House of a Thousand Corpses is okay. I can't stand the ending of House of a Thousand, but this one, without Captain Spaulding, I am kind of lost, and I don't know how excited I am to see it, honestly, but because the characters, baby, they just annoy me. But I'm not going to go into that. I've heard mixed reviews, sort of excited to check it out for myself. I heard the first half is more brutal, the second half is more like kind of not what you'd expect, which isn't necessarily a good thing. And then we have Ator from Dork Farce. Yes, we do. The mighty Ator with the beautiful slipcover that you could display next to some Rolexes and be like, wow, look at how awesome this release is. Go buy it. Be a sucker like me and support Dork Farce. But it is a nice release, and it's a funny movie. You know, just action, exploitation, corny, fucking horny. You know, Deathstalker, Hercules ripoff type movie. I'm excited to check it out. Ator, the Fighting Eagle. And I did have the Scorpion. I think Scorpion had a Blu-ray, a DVD release of this, which I owned, but I never saw. Kind of one of the later ones I picked up, to be honest. But had to grab it. It's got that beautiful lenticular slipcover that I just could not turn down. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I am excited for it. All right, now we have a package from Jesse over at Diabolic. And I don't remember what I got in here, so we'll just open it up together. Alrighty, so it looks like 3 movies. First up, one I'm kind of excited for, Zombarella's House of Horrors. Yes, awesome. I love that throwback, you know, creep show artwork or whatever you want to call it, EC comic artwork. Zombarella's House of Horrors invades your airwaves with more boobs and blood than a busty burlesque massacre. See jiggling bodies resurrect a vengeful spirit, feel decapitated heads squirting off the screen, and hear ripping flesh as vampire call girls devour their manly prey. It's all here, gloriously uncut, broadcast, and shot on video for your viewing pleasure. Hosted by the irresistibly sexy Zombarella, House of Horrors will keep you up all night as tales by Tim Ritter, Tony Masiallo, and the recently discovered Fred Olin Wood entertain and stain your innermost desires. So what are you waiting for? Grab a beer and start dialing those 1-900 numbers, or a joint if you're like me and you don't drink. The action starts here, and Zombarilla's waiting. So it sounds awesome, sounds fun, sounds sexy. Stoked on that one. This one I was kind of hesitant on pulling the trigger on, but you know, I like AGFA. I sort of pretty much collect all of their stuff, so I had to grab this one. Wakali Wood Super Action Volume 1. Who Killed Captain Alex and Bad Black. So I think we've got some hokey blaxploitation flicks from 2010 and 2016. So I guess newer style, unless I'm wrong. I don't know when they were made, but very, very cheap, low budget blaxploitation. So again, I like to support AGFA, so the best of the best movies. Vice. Expect the unexpectable, best in the world. So it's very blaxploitative. That's awesome. And then last up from Diabolic, I had to grab Howard the Duck. I wanted to grab this when it first came out from 101 Films. I only ended up grabbing... there was another movie they released at the same time as this, and I didn't pull the trigger on this one. I think it was Roller Coaster, maybe. Oh, God, I can't remember now. But I like these. I really like these 101 Films, like super thick booklet. You know, just typical UK limited edition releases. And of course, Howard the Duck. I think I can retire my Mill Creek release now. I think Mill Creek put it out, or somebody cheap. So dual format Blu-ray DVD combo pack. Some special features. And yeah, so I had to grab this one. Let's take a quick look at it, I guess. Show you guys what it contains. So I had screwed up, like I always do, and I had ordered something from Jesse that I had already pre-ordered from Amazon UK, I think, or somewhere else. Oh, Arrow Direct, actually. And so I contacted him and was like, dude, I already have that coming. Can I get something else? And he was like, sure. So, yeah, Jesse's the man, as always. And, by the way, stay tuned. I got some cool stuff coming from Grindhouse and Diabolic DVD. But really love the material of this. It's like a paperback book. Smells nice and fresh, like that paperback text. And then you've got the disc on a clear case, 101 Films release. Some not reversible cover artwork, but reversible disc art, 2 discs. And then you get a booklet, I believe. Yep, nice booklet. And these aren't leaflets, these are booklets, so really nice. Some stills from the movie. So this is nice. I've been wanting to pick this one up. Was it Night of the Creeps, maybe? I forget what the other movie was that they put out, but I'm just glad that I finally ended up grabbing this one, because I didn't initially, so that's awesome. Howard the Duck. Alright guys, last but not least, we have a beautiful edition that I've actually had for over a week now. I just haven't done a video in that long, so I haven't showed it off. But we have the Old Boy box set, limited edition, Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, Old Boy, and Lady Vengeance. So, I think it's the trilogy. I'm not really sure. I've only seen Old Boy, but Old Boy's a great movie. It's a beautiful release, limited edition. Sold out, actually. I don't think there are any more left. So happy I had scored this. Gonna leave it in the case for now, because I'm not sure. I already have a really nice UK Blu-ray of Old Boy that's been out forever. I got it in my FYE. So, but as far as stuff goes on this, 4-disc set including Old Boy, Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, and Lady Vengeance, and a feature-length documentary of Old Days. Limited edition packaging featuring newly commissioned artwork by Matt Ryan Tobin. Limited edition 100-page hardbound book featuring new writing by Simon Abrams, Kat Ellinger, and archival articles. Double-sided fold-out poster. Disc 1, Old Boy, brand new 4K restoration of the film. Tons of other stuff, commentaries. Disc 2, Old Days, an Old Boy story, acclaimed feature-length 2016 documentary about Park Chan-wook's masterpiece. Autobiography of Old Boy. So Disc 2 is basically featurettes. Disc 3 is Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance. So you get subtitles on this one. Screaming for Vengeance. Kim Newman on the Vengeance trilogy. So, and Lady Vengeance. So, am I wrong about this? Probably. Old Boy is a standalone film. Let's see. Often cited as one of the best films of the 2000s and possibly the definitive example of extreme Asian cinema, Old Boy is a brutal modern classic of the revenge genre. One of the best, too. Based on the Japanese manga of the same name, the film tells the horrific tale of blah blah blah. I don't need to go into that. Directed with immense flair by Park Chan-wook, Old Boy blazed the trail of 2004 Cannes film, where it was lauded by president of the jury, director Quentin Tarantino. The film went on to become an international smash hit. So that's awesome. So yeah, chock full of features. Disc 4 is Lady Vengeance. 2 versions of the film, theatrical and a fade to black and white version. So super cool. Newly translated English subtitles for all 3 of the films. So yeah, if you're a fan of Old Boy, I would definitely recommend this. It's a beauty. Alright, so that's it. I'm out of here, guys. Have a great one. Stay tuned. I will be back soon with a ton of more stuff, as always. Alright, be safe. Love you guys.